It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. Both teams tonight more than capable of putting up points. Shaq, what do you think will be the deciding advantage?
Well, you have to try to dictate the tempo, play at your pace. This will be a game of streaks, so you have to prepare yourself mentally for that.
Well, you can't just score. You have to be efficient. Big shots down the stretch could be the difference, Ernie, and that will set you free.
We are ready for game time. Let's go to Kevin Harlan for the opening tip.
Like we ain't never ever go hard.
From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets, we're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Today's game continues this Brooklyn Nets homestand. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. 2 top-caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
And right now for the Nets, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
You're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
Steve, compared to when you play, talk about elements of the game that are now easier for the players than, like I said, when you play.
I think you start on the floor, the game is less physical. There's no more handshaking. There's no more chucking. There's no more hard fouls when they're throwing you up against the stanchion. And then I think off the court, the travel. I started when we flew commercial, Kevin. Now every team is flying private. I think the travel is definitely easier for players.
Not only flew commercial, Smitty, but we used to fly in the first flight out every morning, like 6 a.m.
Yes.
flights after a game, after a night game.
I remember those days. The positive was you didn't practice a lot when you got to those cities.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. We've got Allen Crabbe. John Collins is out there with Alex Len. And it's Young, and it's Hunter in at the small forward.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Now here's Allen. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
You see how quickly Durant sets up for the catch-and-shoot shot, giving the defense no chance.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we talked about how to shut down this formidable offense they're facing, and he told me it's all about following the scouting report. He said, look, we've got all this information. Which guys shoot best from what spots on the court. We just have to take that stuff away and make them make adjustments. Kevin, we'll see who handles that best tonight.
Okay, David, nice work. Holding this offense in check will not be a simple job today.
Especially if they're allowed to get off to a quick start. If they get into a rhythm right away, it's almost impossible to get them out of it.
This team, they like to attack quickly before the defense gets set. So you have to be ready for that and be fast to get back on every possession.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the charts.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
I can't believe he missed those shots. Wow, he is usually lights out from there. DeAndre Jordan making his first All-Star game in 2017. He waited a long time. Felt he'd been snubbed a couple times along the way.
Here's Young after the basket by Brooklyn. Crabbe with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. It's good. Len's got his second basket of the game.
I just love the determination on that backboard, coming out of the gates really, really strong.
He's playing with that one extra gear so far that none of the other guys have found yet.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
Now here's Crabb. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Drills the three-pointer.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hands.
2 points. That one goes.
They already got into a nice flow. 4 for 5 from the field.
Grab the pass to Young. It's good from long range.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Len. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Allen with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Durant finds Allen. Now Irving. Outside Durant. Launches it. Knocked loose. Back to Irving. Passes it to Durant. 6 to shoot. Second chance shot. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know, their focus wasn't there in that one. Same with the shot selection.
I've seen worse shooting nights, but this was pretty bad, and it obviously cost them the game.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway.
Well, you look at the coaching resume of Lloyd Pierce. Was an assistant for a lot of teams in his time. Stops at Memphis and Philadelphia most notably. Finally gets a chance to be the head coach here in Atlanta.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And with Coach Pierce, the most recent stop was in Philadelphia.
Pierce was a big part of the Sixers' turnaround, was tasked with the defensive duties, and had a very successful track record with that. Was empowered by Brett Brown to design the defense, and that has become his calling card as a coach.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 5th in blocks, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. Now here's Turner. Over Irvin. And it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high. Put it up anywhere. DeAndre Jordan can go get it.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And the dunk by Parker.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
It's the Nets now, following the bucket by the Hawks. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions. And so far, it's paid off handsomely.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
You know, when you talk to Kyrie, smart guy, cerebral guy, thinks about the game at the highest level.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Harris outside. Back to Irving. Harris outside. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And the basket by Caruth.
You don't see that play regularly from them, but it led to a made three, so you can't knock them for trying it.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Parker against Prince. Parker's shot is off.
And on some plays, everything goes your way except for the finish.
It's stolen. Here's Turner. Lays it up and banks it in.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to.
Oh!
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot!
That one was from deep, deep, deep.
Oh,
that's amazing. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
On the court right now for the Hawks, Jabari Parker is out there with ABC. Then it's Jones. Then it's Evan Turner.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Hawks have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And he makes the first.
Look at the Hawks and their history. For the most part, a very successful franchise. They've made the playoffs more often than not.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And with the Hawks prior to last season, the franchise had been in the playoffs a remarkable 10 consecutive seasons.
Hawks still looking for their first title since moving to Atlanta. Typically, they've avoided long playoff droughts. Hopefully, this rebuild goes smoothly and they can get back in the hunt.
Clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Lets it fly. Again, the Nets for 2. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. He kicks to Parker. Pass to ABC. Drills the elbow jumper. ABC's got 4 this quarter.
When the defense is non-existent like they were there, it's pretty easy to score like he did.
The 9-foot shot. Again, the Nets for 2.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
And Turner kicks to Jones. Here's ABC. Really had troubles in that loss to Boston. And it's blocked by Jordan.
No surprise, in a battle of wheels down low, the big man comes away with it.
Here's Prince. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And it's an 8-point Nets lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. More and more teams are emphasizing the transition game, Steve. What do you think it takes to be successful at that?
No, I think it comes down in a transition game if you have players, not just the point guard or the guy assigned to handling the basketball the most. When you have a lot of unselfish players, and what I mean by that is not a lot of guys can pass. You'd love to have that, Kevin, but also guys that will run and understand they won't get the bucket, but because they run and take a defender, that they allow a driving lane for their teammate to be able to score.
Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Nets second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
The Hawks trail by 8. And Young kicks to Len. There's the pass to Hunter. And he banks in the layup. Hunter's got his first points of the game.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to LeVert. Lets it go from 14. Tries again. Here's Hunter. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Young.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Here's LeVert. And yes, it's good.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
The Hawks trail by 5. Crabbe kicks to Young. Hawks passing it around. To the inside. And finished off by Collins.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention and takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
Here's Hunter. Back time on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Crabbe from long range. The rebound by Prince. Nets leading by 3. Kicks it to Allen. Pass to Durant. Here's LeVert. He's guarded by Collins. And it's LeVert missing. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Len. And Allen with the block. 1:10 left to play here in the second quarter. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Irving's checked in for the Nets.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Temple.
Kevin Durant last season becoming the second youngest player in NBA history to score 20,000 career points, trailing only LeBron James. That's elite company.
Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Young.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Irving kicks to Durant. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Young taking his time here. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, when talking about the pressure Young puts on a defense, I'm not sure the word relentless is strong enough.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Brooklyn making some changes. Caruth is checked in for Temple. And Harris subbed in for LeVert. And so Young nails them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Nets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Allen. And Allen drops them both. 27 seconds left in the first half. On its way from Young for 2. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
Substitution for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan.
17 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Irving. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Terrific body control from Kyrie and the showtime finish.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
1 shot.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And here's Young. Over Irving.
Good defense by Kyrie, sticking with the fundamentals on that play.
And so it's Brooklyn, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
Come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a solid 8-point lead. And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The Brooklyn Museum, just one of the many places to visit here in this famous borough of New York City. Welcome back, folks. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, scoring consistently from range. He really lit it up there in the first half.
Yeah, the defense has to adjust, extend out to him in the second half, and that could create a lot of floor spaces.
When you played on the road, Smitty, just how much did you hear comments from the crowd, home or away, but I'm guessing more on the road than at home?
Yeah, on the road you hear some interesting comments, Kevin, from a lot of the fans. And a lot of times I didn't want to drown it out. I wanted to hear because it fueled me. And to get a chance to, I wouldn't say engage. I would tell young players not to engage. But the one thing I would do, Kevin, when you get going, you just kind of catch that fan, you get eye contact, and you give them that smile. And that's when I think you really attack them by your facial expressions.
Good explanation. Durant is out there with Allen. Then there's Irving. Then it's Jordan. And it's LeVert in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. To the paint, here's Young. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Irving passes to Jordan. Here's LeVert. Down low, here's Allen. And it's good, 2 points. Allen's got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Crabbe finds Young. Here's Hunter. He's covered by Irving. Here's Hunter. Four on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. The wide open look for Durant. Hits it from 3-point range. 11 points in the game.
Just what this offense is designed to do. Get Durant these kinds of looks.
There's Crabbe with the 3. That shot no good. Nets leading by 9. Durant kicks to Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot. Settling for nothing less.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn
And Brooklyn making a change here. Prince is checked in. Turner's checked in for Atlanta. So it's the Hawks now. 11-point game. Can they get it? And he makes that one. Turner's got 6 points.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons. Evan Turner, the former number 2 pick out of Ohio State, he acts as a utility knight for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And again, it's Atlanta. And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like what he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll.
5 on the clock. On its way from Irving for 2. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Turner. Here's Hunter, guarded by Prince. Hunter kicks to Collins. And Allen with the block. Pass to Crabbe. Inside. Here's Len, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Harris is checked in for LeVert. Parker's checked in for Atlanta. ABC comes in for Allen Crabbe. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Prince, the pass to Irving. Drains the three-pointer. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
And there's the pass to Hunter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Taurean Prince. Smitty, there are a lot of funny guys that play in pro sports, and the NBA is no exception now and in the past. Who would you say is the funniest guy you ever played with?
Yeah, a couple guys, Kevin. There's some funny guys. I think one that stands out far as just being a straight comedian, had guys laughing, was Ken Norman. And I think there's another guy that was extremely funny, but he wasn't trying to be funny, was Dikembe Mutombo. Some of the things Dikembe would say and do, it was just hilarious, and he wasn't trying to be funny.
Caruth is checked in for the Nets. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Irving. 15 points in the game. He dishes it to Allen. Irving kicks to Prince. Banked in off the glass. Prince has got 6.
Don't sleep on Taurean Prince. He will challenge you off the bounce now. Does a good job of navigating his way through the defense.
To the paint. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to 8. Again, the points coming from Jones.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Irving finds Harris. Jones against Allen. Here's Prince. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Has his man, just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
Young's checked in for Hunter. And the Nets with possession here. 10-point lead. Inside. It's deflected. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Here's ABC. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Irving against Young. They get it back, and the foul called on ABC. That's his first foul. And the Nets making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Here's Irving. 15 points in the game. Young with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. He gets that one. And now it's only a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Outside Irving. Just 4 to shoot. He kicks it to Harris. Over Parker. Off the mark. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Nets out in front, up 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got ABC. Jones is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Young, and it's good for 2.
A man of many moves. Kyrie's showing us a little of everything tonight.
Jones, the pass to Young. Here's Temple. Jordan at the elbow. And Jones sends it back. To the paint, Herter. Tries from 10. The rebound by the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Temple. Off target with his 3. The Hawks trail by 7. Parker inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. 2
shots, gentlemen. Two shots.
First free throw is good. Kevin Durant's checked in for Karuch. And a change for the Hawks. Crab's checked in. That one is no good. Nets leading by 6. Irving kicks to Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And it's 13 points for Kevin Durant.
Attacking the heart of the defense, Durant on the finishing end of a smart play design.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, they're going to have to talk about this. They got to find a way to get the ball out of his hands.
LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Alex Len's checked in for Damian Jones. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He told them it's time for you to fight to get this lead. Let's bring this one home. Guys, we'll see if they have what it takes to get it done. Back to you.
Here's ABC Bullseye.
Man, both teams scoring at a higher rate here down the stretch.
You know what? It's all about the offense. Decisive and prolific. Fun duel to watch.
Pass to LeVert. Kicks to Harris. Passes it to Durant. Now Irving. Puts up a three. No good. Shot missing. Parker surveying the floor. Durant with the steal. Harris drives in. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Young. From 12 feet out. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
To the paint. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. From past the arc. Atlanta again missing.
Phenomenal how many threes he drained in the first half, especially considering he's hit none since.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Joe Harris, taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Atlanta making some changes. Collins checked in for Jabari Parker, and Hunter subbed in for ABC. And Harris drops them both. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks, trailing by 10. Inside, here's Crabbe, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Young against Irving. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Tremendous focus by Kyrie. Doesn't let the contact throw him off.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
Survival tactics. I'm so I can't feel my better get out of place. We're gonna put you in your place. Ooh, hard man. All my traffic they holler. Put me on. Put me on. Put me on, son. 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 Yeah, we really gonna come.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Here's Len, takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Pass to Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
A silky smooth playmaker. Irving on time and on point.
Here's Young, shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
At the line for the Hawks, Trey. At the line for Trey.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits. And so Young nails them both. Nets leading by 8. The pass to Durant over Hunter. Len grabs the board. Len's got 6 rebounds in the game. Young. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
An effective multi-dimensional scorer. Young is incredible at turning on the Jets when he's feeling.
Elbow shot. Durant, no good.
He likes to work that in-between area, upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
It's Young on the wing. Irving with the steal. Down low, here's Durant, and he makes good on the layup. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Young against Irving. Young outside.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And so Young nails them both.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Pass to Durant. It's intercepted.
Can't waste a second now. And even then, there's still little chance.
They're teetering on the edge, just trying to hold on to any hope.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. They've led by as many as 11 points. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Irving double team. Durant kicks to Irving. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Nets with possession here. Six on the shot clock. Here's Durant. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Timeout. And we see it all the time, guys. You get the big lead, maybe check out mentally, but not tonight.
They have this game in hand, but they're still pouring it on.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
and I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
They need to work on getting a clean, quality look from the perimeter here. That should be their focus.
Here's Hunter, defended by Allen. Collins passes to Crabbe. Here's Hunter. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
At the line for your Nets, Kyrie Irving. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Wow, stepping up in the clutch. Great way to end this.
Young finds Crabbe. Here's the 3. Cranes it from downtown. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're leading by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the game. And now they foul and stop the clock.
At the line for your Nets, Kyrie Irving. Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, where did you try to make the most impact tonight?
Just trying to limit those guys to one shot. They have a really big team, so keeping them off the board. But, you know, setting screens and rolling, putting pressure on those guys. Our guys are shooting the basketball, so we really open it up for easy looks.
That is how you can impact the game without touching the ball, DeAndre. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time